Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Welcome to the Chaos Mind, where we talk about all the deep and meaningful stuff that goes on inside of the gray matter that is in between our ears. Today is all about honoring your truth and having the right opportunities drop into your lap, literally drop into your lap. I'm in the car. I just got back from a second round interview with a regional manager for Great North, which are basically walking billboards for not-for-profit organizations. They do a whole bunch of community relations, they do business to business, and what they're struggling with right now is actually having their teams being effective communicators with potential donators. So they wanted to hire somebody on that is really great at communicating, really good at understanding the psychology of sales and understanding how to answer people's questions in the appropriate manner, so that they're actually more likely to say, yes, we want to donate to this charity, or we want to donate to this charity, whichever the case may be. I was not actually looking for this job at all. They found me on Indeed and LinkedIn. They found my resume. They saw what I was doing. They're like, we understand you have a business. If you want to incorporate this into your business somehow, we would fully support that 100%. So I have a proposition that I'm going to put forward to them in a couple of weeks, which is actually doing the online connecting face-to-face with people through Zooms or webinars or what have you, to actually raise more funds. That's my brainchild that I'm going to be working on over the next few months with them, is to help them raise a revenue other than just going door to door or doing community events and sales and stuff like that. But it was interesting that with months and months and months of just living my own truth, of constantly being of service to others, putting as much of my knowledge and information out there as I can, not really worrying too much about the money. And for most people that have seen me around, I don't really worry too much about the money. I don't promote heavily like, hey, this is this price, and hey, this is this price. And I do it once in a while, but I don't do it all the time. And that just comes from intuitive based marketing. Have been doing that for the last 3 years, but I still seem to keep growing. And all of these truths, by the way, are in Leave the Dogma. You want to go have a look at it, go get the book, go read it. It's all down there. I'd literally be sitting here for hours explaining it, but when you're of service to others, you don't kind of worry about the materialistic. Yet I understand that, yes, money makes the world goes round, and yes, money buys food and rent and utilities and all of that, but I've never actually worried about it. Whatever I do, my husband's income used to increase to match what I was doing with mine as well. So it wasn't too much about just what I was doing and, you know, okay, it's the money. I've come from that background with MLM and direct sales, and yes, I know that it's out there. They're just looking for the next customer to come through the door. They don't really care too much about what they're doing and what they're selling people. It's all a numbers game, right? I'm very well aware that people do that, but I stepped away from that about 3.5 years ago when I started to work on galactic health, and been working on galactic health ever since. It's life coaching, it's spiritual coaching. I am a personal trainer. We do mindset. We work on self-discovery as well. There's yoga in there, there's workouts in there, so whatever people needed, it's been there. And having kind of like all of these different alternative approaches to life, spirituality, mindset, all these different avenues of coaching was something very, very new. And I know that a lot of people are like, oh my God, this is like a lot. There's a lot that goes on in here, and I know that I've had clients that have struggled in the past as well, but once they've grasped this concept that it's not just one avenue, there's many, they're really on board, and they really look forward to doing their own personal work and moving ahead in their own lives. It's one of those things that if you can explain it, if you can communicate your values and your ideas to your clients, then they're all on board, which is why they picked me up for being the communications person here at this company. I never expected it. I am ever so grateful that I have this opportunity to work with something that's really close to my heart, which is non-profit organizations. You know, actually being able to raise funds for people that really, really need it right now. The ones they're working with quite closely is the Alberta Health Foundation, and also the Canadian Blind Society. My nana was blind. She was blind from the time she was like 71 or 72. She had macular degeneration. I've done fundraising for that in the past for the Blind Society in Australia to help my nana, and then to help other people. It's something right up my alley. Actually doing something to be service of others. I'm not worried about the compensation plan right now. It's on a scale, and she explained scale. I'm like, oh wow, that's a really cool scale. that's actually a really good scale. She's like, you could go from being just our communications person to like running your own several offices in like 6 months, 12 months, I'm like, that could be something that I could absolutely incorporate into my business. 100% incorporate it into my business. I could do that. And like I said, I have a brainchild that's working on that. It is. So I wanted to bring this to you guys and let you know that yes, I'm going to be incredibly busy for the next little while. I'm probably not going to be here as much in the mornings. If you have any questions or concerns, or if you want to know more information about what we do in Galactic, mornings is your best time to catch me. I am up from 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I am going to a job. I have been employed by a client. I am going to a job from noon Mountain Standard Time from here on out. So the mornings are going to be dedicated to Galactic Health, and then the afternoons and early evenings are going to be dedicated to my new job. And I know there's some people sitting there going, well, why would you want a job when you run your own business? I'm always employed. I'm always employed, whether it's 1 client, 5 clients, or now we have a business that's employing me with a group of 100. Right? I'm always employed. I'm always employed by the people that I work for, that I help solve problems with, that I give all of this knowledge and information and expertise over to. I am always employed. It's not just, oh, you run your own business, therefore, oh, whoop, hunky-dory, off you go. You still have to do work. It's still a job at the end of the day, but it's not how some people view it, which is JOB, just over broke. It's taking that mindset when it comes to how you work, how you perceive money, how you interact with money, and how you attract it, right? It's a whole mindset that is a hard one to grasp. And that's why I go back to this service to others. When you're focusing on your service to others, when you're doing the best that you can do to help other people, don't worry about the monetary compensation. It will find you. You will have everything that you need come to you, because that is the way that energy works. You attract it. Right? Money is energy. Income is energy. You know, material things are all about energy. Opportunities are energy. And yes, we've talked about this before, about everything being energy, but it's true. When you focus on what you need to focus on, the rest take care of itself. And it's not, and I've said this before, it's not sitting there praying, going, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. I've done that before, and it doesn't get you anywhere. You have to do the work. You have to follow through on the actions that you need to take. When the universe, the creator sees, whichever word you want to put in there, the universe, spirit, the one, the source, it's all up to you. All right, when they see the dedication that you put into your work and the focus and the determination, well, here, have this opportunity, and here, have this opportunity, and here, have this opportunity. I have 3 other jobs lined up. I have 3 other clients lined up. Am I going to be able to do them all? No, because I actually have to be on location to do this job. But am I still considering those ones? Absolutely I am. Absolutely I am. Because I want to be able to help as many people as possible. Am I going to be able to do like all 4 at the same time? No. I would be working 24 hours a day, 365 days a week. 365 days a year, sorry, it would never work, right? You'd burn out. But if I can help one, just one, and this is something that's right up my alley, right along that line of service to others, rather than service to self, just working on you, this is going to go far, and it's going to weave itself into Galactic Health, as Galactic Health is going to become a representative of these non-profit organizations. So you're probably going to hear more about it in the coming days and weeks and months. All right, I've given myself a goal of 4 months to get onto their managerial track. 4 months, which not only means that I have one office, I could have multiple offices across Canada and the US, working with these non-profit organizations, helping build that connection, that community, that sense of community where everyone supports everyone across Canada and America. That is goal right now. That is a vision that I am creating, and it goes right along with what I have for my family, being able to travel around Canada, being able to move out of Calgary in the foreseeable future, being able to travel into America and go, hey, we want to pull the kids out of school for a couple of months while we travel around America, and I do my work, and the hubby and the kids want to go off and do some exploring, well, then I'll catch up with them. Let's do that. Let's do that. And I can see this company expanding rapidly worldwide. They've only been running for 10 years, and they're already across most of North America, so Canada and the US. I could see them rapidly growing to becoming international very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. I like the way they approach things. I like the way they do things. And I think just if we get the right people on board, if they got the few more right people on board, they would go international, particularly if people are willing to travel and relocate international to set up offices. So, vision, right? First comes knowing what you want, making sure you have the right mindset so that when you have hard days, it doesn't knock you down. Create your vision, what you want to see happen. Start making it into goals, start actioning those goals, and then start moving forward. Start creating bigger and better goals, starting to take bigger and more consistent actions, and then everything else just falls into place. All right? So that is my message for you guys today, guys. Make sure that you are working on your goals, on your dreams, so that you can start living the life that you truly want, that is in line with what you're envisioning up here. This is it from the Chaos Mind, where we do talk about all the deep and meaningful stuff that goes on inside the grey matter that is in between our ears. If you are just jumping on to the end of the video, make sure you go back and watch the replay. If you want to learn more about the truths that I've been talking about for a really long time, the ones that I live my life by, then check out Leave the Dogma. The link is in the description and the comments of this video. It's in digital and paperback form, so whichever your viewing pleasure is. Until tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, you have an awesome day, and we'll talk to you later.